The sun was beginning to fall behind the stands of center court, casting a golden hue over the historic grass that has witnessed legends rise and fall. In that moment, as Jannik Sinner ascended the steps to embrace his friends and family, a familiar figure sat still, applauding with quiet dignity. Carlos Alcaraz. A smile rested on his face, not forced, not fake, but sincere. Genuine. The smile of a man who knows what it means to reach the mountaintop, and what it means to fall just short. He had stood on those steps before. Twice. He had tasted that glory. And now, as he watched his rival savor the sweetness of victory, he did not burn with bitterness. He simply nodded with understanding. Because Carlos Alcaraz is no ordinary competitor. He is a warrior built not just from power and pace, but from character. From humility. From a fire that burns even in the cold shadows of defeat. This was no ordinary loss. This was not a blowout. Not a collapse. This was an enthralling final, 4 sets of blistering brilliance, where the margins between agony and ecstasy were razor thin. It was tennis at its finest. It was art painted with rackets, danced in sweat, and resolved not by dominance, but by detail. The scoreboard read 4-6, 6-4, 6-4, 6-4. Sinner victorious. Alcaraz bested. But the match itself, it told a deeper story. One of rivalry. One of revenge. One of rising tides colliding at the summit of the sport. 5 weeks ago, it was Alcaraz who had delivered the heartbreak. 2 sets down at Roland Garros, he clawed back, unleashed fury, and left Sinner stunned. That victory was brutal. It was clinical. It was epic. Now, at Wimbledon, Sinner returned the favor. And Alcaraz knew it. He felt it. Not just in his legs or lungs, but in his spirit. Yet he stood. He clapped. He honored the moment. Because he knows, this is far from the end. I just left the court with the head really high because I did everything that I could today, he said. And those words rang with truth. Because he had. From the first serve to the last rally, Alcaraz poured everything he had into the match. The drop shots. The lightning-quick footwork. The fearless forays to the net. He played with heart. With intelligence. With pride. And though the title slipped through his fingers, his resolve remained firm. So, right now I'm not bad at all, he continued. I'm just happy. Happy. Because happiness, for Carlos, is not tied to trophies alone. It's tied to purpose, to presence, to the privilege of playing in the grandest of arenas, against the toughest of foes, under the most unforgiving of lights. He's 22, a 5-time Grand Slam champion, a man who has already etched his name into the game's most sacred walls. And yet, he knows, this journey is still young. This rivalry with Sinner, it's just beginning. Both men have only lost major finals to each other. That's not coincidence. That's destiny. That's balance. That's a script still being written by the hands of fate, fueled by sweat and shaped by grit. And the world is watching. Because we are witnessing something rare. Not a passing of the torch. But a torch burning in 2 hands, each man trying to hold it higher. Sinner may wear the crown today, but the fire in Alcaraz is only growing. In rivalries like this, they do not end. They evolve. They twist and turn through time. They forge greatness in the forge of repetition. Center court knows it. The crowd knew it. And Alcaraz. He feels it in his bones. He's been the hero. He's been the headline. And now, he's the hunter once more. But don't mistake that smile for surrender. It's strategy. It's patience. It's respect for the moment and hunger for the next. Because Carlos Alcaraz is not here for a season. He's here for an era. And so is Sinner. They are 2 forces meeting again and again. Not enemies. Not friends. But necessary opposites. They sharpen each other. Test each other. Reveal each other. And in doing so, they elevate the game. So let the world talk of rankings. Let them say who's number 1. Because Alcaraz knows that greatness isn't measured in one match or one title. It's measured in how you respond. In how you grow. In how you rise again. And he will rise. The hard courts of New York await. The Olympic spotlight is drawing near. Another slam. Another stage. Another chance. He will remember every point. Every mistake. Every moment Sinner outplayed him. He will learn. He will adjust. And when they meet again, and they will, it will be another war. And fans will rise again. Because that's what this rivalry does. It doesn't just entertain. It inspires. And so Carlos Alcaraz walks off the grass with no gold in hand, but with pride in his chest. He doesn't need to be consoled. He needs to train. Because the next chapter is coming. And he plans to write it in bold strokes.